Hi everyone, welcome back to the Reddit drama channel with another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and like the video if you enjoy it. Also, please click the notification bell so you won't miss when another cheating story goes live. These simple clicks mean a lot to our channel, and thank you for your support.
I passed by her and caught a glance on her phone. I saw something inappropriate, part 2. But she lied. And she was going to keep lying. I had to get out of there. I hopped in my car. There are several highways around our city that connect and make a sort of square. I circled it when I get upset. I'm glad there weren't many police out that night, because I know I broke several speed limits. I played something loud and violent, and turned it up to drown out my thoughts. My friends were there for me. Several took me out that night to some social events for our summer. We got shakes, drove around, listened to music, watched a marathon finish up. Then we went back to a friend's place and drank. I hoped that would help, but it didn't. I got a slight buzz, but one of the friends drank too much and started vomiting. Another was pretty hammered. And here I barely got a buzz. I cleaned up one friend and put them both to bed. I cleaned up the mess so the roommates wouldn't be upset in the morning. I washed one friend's clothes, and the blanket that she threw up on. Then I lay down to go to sleep. And my brain started processing everything I had been putting off. I didn't sleep that night. I did my best to go about my normal business. I searched for the inner fat kid in me and curled up to some Fritos scoops with cheese dip and a cold Pepsi. Skyrim on the tube, forgetting my world by delving into the world of dragons. Over the next few days my friends really helped. They distracted me. They consoled me. They were there for me. Obviously all of them have less than positive feelings toward my ex and her most recent lover. But I still feel something toward her. It pains me to see her at odds with everyone she knows. She has no one to turn to in her time of pain. Granted, she caused it, and deserves it, but love is strange. I want to help her. I don't think I want to date her. She's young, and flighty, apparently. But I'd like to be her friend. I'd like to help her bridge the gaps she made in her other friendships. I don't mind if she dates someone else, sleeps with someone else, or anything like that. As I said, I don't want to date her. But I can't handle her hanging around that guy. She doesn't have anyone to turn to, so she turns to him. I don't know if they had sex, or if they just hung out. But she was with him. I will explain my reasoning. I can be friends with her, but not if she's with him. I always hated the people that leave ultimatums like that, but in this case, I feel it's justified. I make sure she understands that I'm not trying to give her false hope. I'm only offering a friendship, and a rocky one at that. But she has to give him up. She can't have us both, in any capacity. Reddit, am I wrong to do this? I don't like leaving that sort of ultimatum. It may even be a bad idea for me to consider even being friends with her. But this is what I did. She couldn't decide right away. And that hurt. The fact that it wasn't a snap decision hurt me quite a bit. I thought I was handling it well, but in fact I was just putting it off. And that brought it back. She thinks so little of me that she may end up choosing him over me. She has to weigh her options. Given her penchant for lying, I explained to her that she won't be able to placate me with promises, and then sneak around behind my back. If I catch even a whiff of her doing anything, I'm gone for good. I do my best to get my point across. But, then again, I thought I got my point across the last time. What should I do now? Update, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. I tried to do what everyone told me not to. I tried to be friends, keep the lines of communication open, all of that nonsense. We slept together once since we broke up. Strictly for the physical, on my end there were no feelings to be had. Stupid, I know. It hasn't happened again. She's gone on dates and, in all likelihood, has slept with other men. I'm okay with that. It doesn't cause my blood to boil the way it used to. Recently, however, she has been an emotional wreck. I think she always assumed we'd get back together. She tried recently, and realized for the first time that it wasn't happening. Now she's in a depressed funk, pushes everyone away and then gets upset that she's alone and no one's there to check on her. Crying, not eating, etc. I tried to help for a while, but every time she would turn our conversation toward trying to get back together. Playing on my sympathies, trying to manipulate me. It's a lot easier to see now that I'm not so blinded. As for the other guy, the story is a bit sadder. I mentioned in the first post how he had tried to commit suicide a while back, and I was the one there for him. Well, he tried again, only this time he succeeded. I'll admit that I had no interest in seeing him ever again, but I certainly never wanted this. However, I can't help but feel at least partially responsible. Everyone assures me this isn't the case, but still. This has also added to the depression that the girl is experiencing, and she even lightly touched on the prospect of following in his footsteps. I got a hold of a lot of the people that still cared about her, gave them her address, updated them on the situation, and stepped away. I understand her friends and family are helping her. Spending time with her, getting her out into the world, trying to make sure she's not spending a lot of time alone. I, however, am trying to keep my distance. Any help to be had can't come from me. There's nothing I can say or do that would help, so my best option is to keep my distance. I'm hoping things turn out okay. There's been entirely too much drama over the course of this year. All I wanted was a quiet life. I'm the safe guy, remember? All of this excitement drains the life out of me. So, here's to a quieter future. Update end. Here is the second story. My girlfriend and I recently broke up after she told me she cheated on me. We're both early mid-20s, and this was the best relationship I thought I could have asked for. We got along amazingly, we rarely fought, had similar interests, and enjoyed each other's company. She was so caring and giving to me, and I invested everything in her. Lately, we had begun to fight more about seemingly useless things. We lived an hour apart and only had time on weekends to see each other as I just started a new full-time job. She was graduating from college and very busy/stressed with that. And we had begun to talk about moving in together after we got a little settled. We had been together about a year and a half. She was at a party with friends one night celebrating the imminent graduation. She told me the next morning, when I'm at work, and via text messages no less, about what happened. That she felt frustrated in our relationship. That she knew in her mind she wanted to break up with me but didn't know how. I love this girl like no other, and my world has been pulled out from under me. I am depressed, have little appetite. The smallest things can set me off or remind me of her. I feel sad, angry, destroyed, betrayed, disrespected, jealous, the list goes on. How do I manage to get through this? How can I manage to be able to trust someone enough in the future? Any advice/words of comfort are greatly appreciated. Here is the third story. We've been in the LDR for about 6 months. The last time we were together was a bit less than a month ago. Anyways, last weekend she, 26F, cheated on me, slept, with an older friend from one of her hobbies. She broke up with me, 25 meters, on Monday but told me only yesterday why. She was my first girlfriend and while I know she slept with other guys before, the thought of this just won't leave my mind. I feel horrible and didn't really sleep last night. The image of some other guy fucking her just sticks with me. She's always had a high sex drive, so I had said that if she ever needed to, we could discuss her finding someone just for sex while we are apart. But she didn't even think of me beforehand, we never discussed it and I feel like she just stabbed me in the back. To top it off, I'm jealous that she got to have sex. I've never been good about meeting people and she's really my only friend. I know the relationship is over but I can't just cut all contact. I have no one else and I need to be able to talk to someone. I want to scream and insult her all the time but I still somewhat need her. I don't know what to do. I know she feels bad about it but I still feel like she should have known better and just did it to herself. I'm also pretty sure I'll never meet anyone else. I haven't before and I'll be alone forever. I have severe depression and I don't know what to do anymore. My life is ruined. It was the fluke I ever met someone and it'll never happen again. Now I have no friends and no future and don't know what to do. Edit, I talked to her tonight. She apparently saw this guy 4 times and never said anything. She said she basically thought it was over before she fucked him. She dressed up sexy and made the first move. Fuck you. How could you do that to me? Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.